Have you ever felt discarded like an old, worn-out jacket thrown into the back of a closet? Forgotten, as though your value dissipated the moment you stopped serving someone's immediate needs. They disposed of you with the casualness of tossing a half-finished coffee cup into the trash. No second thought, no hesitation. They fed you lies, whispering sweet nothings that left you believing you were just another face in the crowd. But who fed you that lie? It's time to wake up. So, affirm with me right now. Say this out loud. I am not disposable. Say it again, and this time, feel the weight of each word. You are not disposable. They saw you as replaceable, something to be upgraded like an old phone when a new model appears. Shinier, faster, but not necessarily better. They thought they could swap your uniqueness for a convenience. They believed you were nothing more than a choice, easily exchanged when the next best thing came along. Stop it! Enough is enough! Hold on to this. Don't let go. You are a masterpiece, not a draft to be edited at whim. Like a rare book in an age of fleeting tweets and forgettable posts, your worth does not diminish with age or familiarity. You are the depth in a world wading through shallow waters. Now, speak this truth with me. Say it like you mean it. My worth is timeless. Let's dig deeper. Have you considered why they underestimate you? Because, in the Stoic view of life, the common eye prefers the sparkle of pyrite over the subtle gleam of gold. They mistake the easy path as the only path, choosing appearances over substance. But, as Seneca once said, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Do not crave their approval, for it is as fleeting as shadows at dusk, always changing, never fulfilling. This is just the beginning. We're not done yet. Stay with me. In the dim light of their judgment, you must remain the beacon of your own truth. Embrace the Stoic discipline, focus on what you control, and let go of what you do not. Remember, Marcus Aurelius taught us that the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. So, rise above. Transcend their petty perceptions. You've only just started. Now, as we confront these truths, remember the power of your own mind. Dark psychology tries to chain us with fears and insecurities. Break these chains. You are more than they've told you. You are the architect of your destiny, not a pawn in someone else's game. It's time to rise. Act now. You are the storm they never saw coming, the tempest that sweeps the coast clean of debris. Believe it, you're unstoppable. Your essence is a fortress, impervious to the shallow digs and the fleeting glances. What they call your expiry date is merely the dawn of your renaissance. Let them chase their tails in the endless loop of the new and the now, while you carve a legacy in stone, not in sand. No more waiting. The truth is right here. Take it. You are not just surviving, you are thriving in defiance of every whisper of doubt. You are the power in this moment. And before we part, let me remind you of something crucial. Your journey of self-realization is a beacon for others. Every step you take in affirming your worth lights a path for someone else. This is your time. You're already on your way. So if this message resonates with you, if it ignites a spark within you, press that like button. Let it be your declaration to the world that you are rising. Subscribe to stay fueled on this journey, to keep your flame alight amidst the storms. You are not just part of the story. You are the story. Your narrative is now, and it is loud. Say this out loud. I rise, I rebuild, I become unstoppable. Write it in the comments, declare it, own it. Let them watch, because you're not coming back. You're moving forward, ever upward and ever onward. Lesson 1. You can't be duplicated. Have you ever wondered if someone could truly replace you? Not just in a job or a temporary role, but in the intricate dance of human relationships. Imagine a world where your essence, your very being, could be swapped out like an old book on a shelf, picked up and put down at convenience. But who fed you that lie? It's time to wake up to the stark reality that you, in all your complexity and uniqueness, cannot be duplicated. Consider this: every smile, every tear, every moment you've shared with someone has shaped you uniquely. Like a fingerprint, your interactions in relationships are distinctly yours. Relationships, with their silent whispers and loud declarations, are not just formed, they are sculpted. Each one is a unique sculpture, impossible to replicate in its emotion and depth. Aristotle once said, "No great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness." In relationships, this madness, the quirks and idiosyncrasies that make you you, cannot be cloned or copied. Visualize yourself as a rare manuscript in an endless library of ordinary books. While others may be picked up more frequently, none carry the same stories, the same wisdom, the hidden tears on the pages, or the laughter that echoes in the margins like yours does. In the realm of love and connection, being genuine is like being a beacon in a foggy night. You cannot be overshadowed or replaced by a mere placeholder. Just as a beacon guides ships through the night, your genuine self guides your relationships through the seas of life. The emotional bonds you form are like intricate tapestries woven from threads of shared experiences, secrets told in confidence and mutual growth. These can no more be recreated with another than the Mona Lisa can be repainted. Each stroke, each color blend, is a testament to the history that you and you alone have lived with another. It's these very complexities that make the idea of replacement not just offensive, but absurd. You need to remember, especially when doubt creeps in, that you are irreplaceable. The shared jokes, the understanding glances, the support during tough times, all these are imprinted with your unique stamp. When someone tries to replicate this with another, they soon realize that the essence is missing. The connection feels hollow, not because there is something wrong with the new person, but because genuine connections are not manufactured, they are cultivated. As we journey through life, let's dismiss the myths that have been sold to us about being replaceable. Embrace the truth of your uniqueness. And now, as you absorb these truths, affirm with me right now a powerful declaration that cements your place in the universe. Say this out loud: I am uniquely irreplaceable. Say it again, let it sink in, and make it real. Write this in the comments to mark it in your heart and in your digital footprint. And remember, if this message resonates with you, if it sparks something within you, please like this video. Subscribe to our channel as we continue to explore these deep, life-changing lessons. Your support inspires us to create content that not only enlightens, but also empowers. Together, let's continue this journey of self-discovery and affirmation. You are more than they've told you. You're already on your way to proving that you cannot and will not be duplicated. Lesson 2. You're the main act, not the understudy. Imagine stepping onto a stage, the spotlight hits, and there you are. Not in the shadows, not waiting in the wings, but front and center. You're the star of the show, the main act everyone came to see. Why then, in the grand theater of life and love, would you ever accept being the understudy in your own story? This is not about waiting in the wings for someone to recognize your worth. It's about owning the stage from the moment the curtains rise. Remember, in every relationship, You are not a placeholder until something better comes along. You are the prize, the headliner, the reason the tickets sell out. And yet, how often have you felt like a second choice, an afterthought, when you should have been the finale? But who fed you that lie that you were not enough? Stop it. It's time to wake up. Take a moment to think about the movies and books that move us most. They don't captivate us because the hero steps aside for someone else to save the day. They inspire us because the protagonist takes charge, faces challenges head-on, and triumphs. You, too, are meant to be the protagonist in your love story, not a supporting character. It's time for you to rewrite the script, where you're not just present, but pivotal. Consider the Stoics like Marcus Aurelius or Seneca, who proclaimed the importance of knowing one's value and never settling for less. They taught us that accepting a lesser role in any aspect of life is akin to betraying our own potential. Just like in Stoic philosophy, where the essence is to focus on what you can control, and you can control how you see yourself, how you allow yourself to be treated. Why settle for someone who sees you as just an option when you deserve someone who knows you are their answer? Love should feel like a partnership where both parties are equals, where your presence isn't just requested, but required. You are not the understudy waiting for the main actor to fail. You are the showstopper, the one who brings down the house night after night. As we near the end of this lesson, remember, the narrative of your life and relationships isn't penned by those who underestimate you. It's authored by you, for you. Never let anyone's perception dim the brilliance of your self-worth. You are not a rough draft waiting to be edited. You are the masterpiece that was always meant to be celebrated. So, affirm with me right now. Say this out loud. I am the main act, not the understudy. Say it again, with conviction. Let each word resonate within you and redefine how you step forward in your relationships. Write this in the comments. Declare it. Own it. You are the main act. Always have been. Always will be. If this message resonates with you, if it helps you see that you were never meant to be in the background, then please hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel for more life-changing lessons. We are here to help you reclaim the narrative of your life, ensuring you never feel like an understudy again. We're not done yet. There's so much more to come. Your support helps us keep this journey going, helping more people like you realize they are, and have always been, the main act. Lesson 3. You're not running their race. Have you ever felt like you were running a race laid out by someone else, following a path trodden by countless others before you? Imagine this scenario. A marathon where every runner is clad in uniform, sprinting towards the same nondescript finish line, a ribbon that signals conformity rather than triumph. But what if you chose to veer off that path? What if, instead of racing towards a finish line that isn't yours, you blaze a trail through uncharted territory? This is the essence of your journey, unique, undefined, and utterly irreplaceable. They may have thought they could easily replace you, slot someone else into your position in the race, but you are about to prove them profoundly wrong. This isn't about racing against others. It's about surpassing your own previous limits. In the realm of relationships, we often succumb to the illusion of competition, believing we must outpace others to win affection or approval. But who fed you that lie? It's a trap that binds you to the superficial metrics of better or worse, when what truly matters is different and true to yourself. As the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "No person is free who is not master of themselves." These profound words aren't merely about autonomy. They're a rallying cry for us to own our individual journeys in love and life. Think of yourself as a navigator at sea, steering through the waves with a compass that points to your true north. Each wave you ride, each storm you weather, crafts you into a seasoned sailor, unique and wise. In relationships, this means moving at a pace that respects your rhythms and those of your partner, without undue haste or comparisons. You are not a ship meant to sail in the shadow of another. You are the captain of your voyage, mapping routes that resonate with your soul. Why, then, would you run a race on a track designed by someone else, with hurdles set to their specifications? It's easy to slip into step with the pace around us, easier still to forget that we have the power to redefine the course. Remember, to love and be loved should not confine or diminish us, but should liberate and expand our spirits. True love should empower us to thrive in our essence, not compromise it. Stoic wisdom teaches us that our greatest victory lies in remaining true to our virtues in the face of external pressures. This is especially poignant in love. When we stand firm in who we are, we resist being reshaped by others' expectations. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In the context of relationships, this means not allowing the pain of being undervalued or replaced to sour your perception of your worth. Rise above these injuries with grace. As you continue forward, let go of the misconception that you must vie for someone's attention as if it were a trophy in a showcase. Dismiss the idea that your value fluctuates based on someone else's ability to see it. These are shackles that restrict us to the ordinary. Break free from these chains. Run your race with a heart unburdened by comparison, fortified by the knowledge that what makes you distinct also makes you powerful. Embrace this journey with the understanding that in the race of life, particularly in matters of the heart, there are no universal benchmarks or finish lines. Each relationship is a mosaic of interactions, experiences, and growth that cannot be standardized. With each stride forward, affirm your worth, treasure your uniqueness, and find solace in the paths that fulfill you. Let's solidify our resolve now. Let these words be your anthem. I set my own pace. Speak it out loud, feel its power, and then type it into the comments below. Embrace this conviction and let it fuel your journey away from the shadows of doubt and into the brilliance of self-assurance. If this message speaks to you, if it ignites a spark within that encourages you to step off the beaten path and carve your own, then please hit that like button. It's more than just a click. It's a declaration of your commitment to live authentically. Subscribe to our channel for more empowering lessons, crafted diligently to equip you with the insights and motivation to not just face your life, but to actively shape it. Stay with me, because we're not done yet. Your race is just beginning, and it promises to be extraordinary. Lesson 4. Your worth is timeless. Have you ever wondered why vintage wines are cherished more as they age? They gain value from the years they survive, enhancing their complexity and taste, becoming rarer over time. Much like these prized vintages, your worth is timeless, growing deeper and richer with every experience. This fundamental truth is often overlooked by those who judge solely by the shiny veneer of newness, mistaking novelty for worth. But who fed you the lie that newer is better? Today, let's debunk this myth with the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, which teaches us that true value is inherent and unchanging. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche, a philosopher who echoed Stoic resilience, once said, This idea is central to understanding that your worth does not decrease based on someone's inability to see it. In relationships especially, it's easy to feel devalued when someone you care about overlooks your depth for something fleeting and superficial. Imagine yourself as a classic novel in a sea of quick reads. While others may breeze through life catching only the surface, your story deserves to be read slowly, absorbed and reflected upon. Your chapters are filled with lessons of love, pain and growth, each page a testament to your resilience. Your narrative is enriched with every challenge, making you more profound and compelling. Isn't it a tragedy of sorts, then, when others fail to recognize this depth? Yet, the fault lies not with the novel, but with the reader's shallow gaze. Just like an artist does not blame their masterpiece for the untrained eye that cannot comprehend its beauty, you too must realize your unchanging worth. In relationships, this recognition is paramount. You are not just a partner, you are an irreplaceable companion whose value does not diminish when someone fails to see your true essence. As we navigate through these truths, remember that your journey is not about proving your worth to someone who overlooked it. It's about recognizing your own timeless value and refusing to let anyone dictate your worth. So, say this out loud with me now. My worth is timeless. Feel the power of these words. Let them sink in and say it again. My worth is timeless. Stay with me. We're not done yet. Embrace this mantra as you move forward in your relationships. When you fully grasp the depth of your own value, you'll no longer accept being treated as anything less than essential. You will attract and choose partners who appreciate the vintage that you are. Partners who understand that true worth only grows over time, never fading. Let these words be your shield against the transient whims of shallow affections. Let them guide you in choosing those who are worthy of your time and heart. And as you do, remember that you are not just surviving the trials of love, you are thriving in your own timeless narrative. Now, take a moment to affirm your worth once more. Write it in the comments. My worth is timeless. Share this affirmation as a reminder to yourself and others that what you offer is irreplaceable and enduring. Lesson 5. Keep your eyes on the road ahead. Imagine you're driving down an old familiar road, each twist and turn echoing memories of days gone by. Suddenly, you spot a new path veering off to the side, unmarked and beckoning. This is the road less traveled, fraught with uncertainty, but ripe with potential. It's a perfect metaphor for life, especially after someone thought you were so easily replaceable in their journey. They underestimated your strength, assuming you would crumble and stay on the well-trodden path. But today, you prove them wrong. In relationships, it's easy to glance in the rearview mirror, to dwell on what might have been and what you should have said or done differently. Like a driver fixated on the rearview mirror, you risk missing the beauty of the road ahead. Remember, the past is a place of reference, not residence. When you keep your eyes on the road ahead, you make a conscious decision not to let your past dictate your future. This is your journey, and you are in the driver's seat. Let's borrow wisdom from an age-old adage. The only time you should ever look back is to see how far you've come. This holds especially true in the wake of a relationship that left you feeling undervalued. Every mile you've traveled is filled with lessons of resilience and self-discovery. Each setback you faced was not a stop sign, but rather a guideline directing you towards a new, exhilarating route. The road ahead is about moving forward, about discovering new horizons that resonate more deeply with who you are becoming. Picture this. Each day is a new stretch of highway. As you travel, the landscapes change. The scenery shifts from the familiar to the excitingly unknown. These changes mirror your internal transformation. Every day you are further away from who you were and closer to who you are meant to be. This journey is about attracting not just any partner, but the right companion who values your uniqueness. Someone who understands that true love isn't about finding a placeholder, but discovering a co-pilot for this exhilarating ride. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. As you leave behind the relationships that tried to box you into replaceability, you open up to new connections that honor your worth. With every mile you gain speed and strength, propelled not by the winds of past affirmations, but by the power of your own self-belief. Now, consider the notion of the horizon in your journey. It's always there, yet you never quite reach it. This isn't a cause for frustration, but a symbol of endless possibilities. Your potential in life and love is limitless, much like the horizon. Each sunrise brings a promise of new beginnings, a chance to chase dreams and forge bonds that are in tune with your deepest values. The real magic happens when you shift your gaze from the rearview mirror to the endless sky stretching out before you. This is where hope lies. This is where your future awaits. So as you drive this new road, keep your heart open and your eyes focused on what lies ahead. The landscapes will change, and so will you. The old you, the one they thought they could replace without a second thought, is gone. You are evolving, embracing roads that make you feel alive and valued. You are learning that every goodbye in your rearview mirror is a clear road toward a better tomorrow. And as we venture further down this road, remember this simple but profound truth. I am the architect of my journey. Write this in the comments to affirm your commitment to moving forward. Like a skilled driver, you navigate your life with hope and anticipation, not fear and regret. If you find strength in these words, if they resonate and rekindle a fire within you, please hit the like button. Let it be a symbol of your readiness to embrace the road ahead. Subscribe to our channel for more life-changing lessons that remind you of your irreplaceable worth in love and life. Together, we are journeying towards greatness, not just moving, but truly living and loving profoundly. Say this out loud. Let each word resonate with your spirit. I am the architect of my journey. Let this affirmation be your guide as you continue to travel this incredible road. With each new sunrise, remember you're not just on a path, you're paving it. Lesson 6. Turn your trials into triumph. Have you ever felt the ground shake beneath you, not from the tremor of an earthquake, but from the crumbling of a relationship you cherished? It's a gut-wrenching sensation when the person you thought would stand by you through thick and thin walks away, leaving you questioning your worth. But here lies the crux of our lesson today. Turn your trials into triumph. Imagine for a moment you're a ship caught in a storm. The waves are monstrous, the sky ominously dark. It would seem easier to let the storm steer your course, to succumb to the whirlpool of despair and heartache. But what if, instead, you tighten your grip, set your eyes on the horizon, and navigate through the tempest? What you once saw as the potential to wreck you becomes the force that pushes you towards new territories. This is not just about survival. It's about turning your trials into avenues of triumph. Stoic philosophy teaches us the resilience of the human spirit, the power to transform pain into empowerment. Marcus Aurelius, a sage in the Stoic world, once proclaimed, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." When you apply this wisdom to the scars left by broken relationships, you begin to see each setback not as an end, but as a stepping stone to greater personal growth. Consider your emotional trials as raw or dug from the mines of your experiences. Initially rough and unappealing, but with the right forging, your resilience, understanding and wisdom, it transforms into a gleaming jewel of triumph. Each heartbreak teaches you more about yourself, your desires, and your capacity to love and be loved more profoundly than before. It's about redefining not just your romantic relationships, but also your relationship with yourself. This process is like turning molten metal into a magnificent sword. The flames are hot, and the hammering is relentless, but the result is a blade so sharp and durable it can cut through future challenges with greater ease. So, whenever you face rejection or disappointment, remember, you are being tempered and strengthened for what lies ahead. Your experiences are not barriers, they are your arsenal. Let's be clear, this transformation is not about forgetting the pain or pretending it never existed. It's about alchemizing it. It's about sculpting your pain into a masterpiece of strength and resilience. You start by acknowledging the hurt, understanding its roots, and then using this knowledge to fortify your heart and mind against similar upheavals. Now, hold on to this and don't let go. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. Each trial you turn into a triumph lays another brick in the foundation of a more robust self. You are building an impregnable fortress around your heart, not to shut love out, but to ensure that only the worthy can breach its walls. And to you who may be feeling the sting of loneliness, to you who may be watching this after a heartbreak, know this: your capacity for love is not diminished by the actions of those who failed to value it. Instead, it is invigorated and enriched. You are not less. You are more experienced, more discerning, and infinitely more powerful. So, affirm with me right now. Say this out loud: I turn trials into triumph. Say it again. Feel it swell in your chest, resonate with your spirit. This is not just a statement, it is a declaration of your indomitable strength. Stay with me, for we're not done yet. Write this affirmation in the comments to mark your commitment to this transformative journey. And if this message strikes a chord in you, if it lights a fire within, please press that like button. Show your support as we continue to explore and share these life-changing lessons. Your engagement fuels our passion to deliver content that not only enlightens, but empowers. Subscribe to our channel and join a community committed to growth and greatness. Together, we are not just facing trials, we are crafting them into triumphs. Each like, each subscription, each comment we receive propels us forward, inspiring more content that speaks directly to the heart of what it means to rise, to conquer, and to triumph. Remember, in the theater of your life, you are both the playwright and the lead actor. The trials you face, merely a backdrop against which your brightest self will shine. Lesson 7. March to the beat of your drum. Have you ever felt the piercing gaze of expectations from others, pushing you towards a path that wasn't yours to walk? Who whispered those constraints into your life, suggesting that you needed to fall in step with everyone else, to be loved or valued? Often in relationships, we find ourselves pushed into roles that don't fit, urged to mute our unique rhythms in favor of a more conventional beat. But who fed you that lie? It's time to wake up. In the grand orchestra of life, every instrument has a distinct sound, a unique part to play that contributes to the harmony of the whole. Like a violin that stands out with its resonant and warm notes amidst the chorus of strings, your individuality is what makes you irreplaceable in the symphony of your relationships. This is the core of our message today. March to the beat of your drum. Picture this: a dancer moving gracefully to the rhythm of a drum beat only they can hear. Around them, others move to different tunes, yet the dancer remains true to their beat, their steps neither faltering nor forced. This is the dance of someone who knows their worth, whose every step resonates with the authenticity of their spirit. Their dance is captivating, not because it aligns with the others, but because it honors their truth. Just like in relationships, attracting a partner isn't about synchronizing your steps to theirs. It's about dancing authentically and finding someone who appreciates the rhythm of your soul. Consider the words of the ancient Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly and ensure that you dance to a tune that uplifts and enriches. If you're constantly trying to dance to someone else's rhythm, you'll find yourself out of step with your own soul." Your relationship should not be about losing yourself in the music of others, but about celebrating the music within you. So, say it again: your rhythm is your own. The people who truly matter, the ones who will love and cherish you, are those who hear your music and are drawn to its melody. They won't ask you to change your tune. Instead, they'll celebrate it, dance to it, and perhaps even harmonize their steps with yours. As you forge relationships and build connections, remember that the strongest bonds are formed not by conformity, but by the mutual respect for individuality. Like two distinct melodies that come together in perfect harmony, a relationship thrives when both partners are free to be themselves, complementing without overshadowing, supporting without suppressing. Stay with me. We're not done yet. To everyone feeling pressured to conform, to change your rhythm, to fit into someone else's idea of harmony, here is your call to action. Start dancing to your own beat, loudly and proudly. Embrace the quirks, the idiosyncrasies, and all the unique qualities that make you, you. Let your authentic self be seen and heard, for that is the self that will attract genuine love and lasting relationships. And now, here's a powerful affirmation for you. Write this in the comments to claim it as your truth. I dance to my own rhythm. Let this affirmation be your mantra, a reminder that your most authentic self is your most beautiful and powerful self. Write it, declare it, and most importantly, live it. If this message has resonated with you, if it has sparked a light within you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are dedicated to bringing you life-changing lessons and insights, crafted with care to help you live authentically and love genuinely. Your support encourages us to keep creating and sharing these pathways to personal empowerment. Remember, in the dance of life, you are not just a participant, but a performer. The stage is yours, the spotlight is yours, and the beat? Well, that's yours too. So dance, not because you must, but because you can. Dance because your melody is too beautiful not to be shared. Dance as if the whole world is watching, and then, even if they turn away, keep dancing. After all, it's your beat, your rules, your life. I dance to my own rhythm. Say it once more and make it real. Lesson 8. Build walls, not barriers. In the realm of personal growth and relationships, there is a powerful distinction between building walls and erecting barriers. A wall protects without isolating. It defines boundaries without cutting off communication. Barriers, on the other hand, sever ties and create isolation. This subtle difference can be transformative, especially when you feel overlooked or undervalued by those around you. Remember, they thought they could easily replace you, but your fortitude and self-respect are your greatest assets. Imagine a gardener tending to a beautiful garden, which is the metaphorical space of your life. Each relationship is a plant in this garden. Just as a gardener uses walls to protect the garden from pests and harsh elements, so too must you build emotional walls that guard your inner peace and self-worth. These walls are essential. They prevent others from trampling over your feelings or taking advantage of your kindness. Yet, unlike a barrier, these walls have gates. Gates signify that while you are protective of your space, you are also open to healthy, respectful relationships. Consider the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a person perfected without trials. Building walls around your emotional garden does not mean you avoid the friction that relationships often bring. Instead, you welcome those who are willing to understand and respect your boundaries, thus allowing friction to become a tool for polishing, not a force that causes damage. Now, reflect on the idea of walls in your relationships. When someone has undervalued you, perhaps even replaced you thoughtlessly, it's a natural response to want to shut the world out. But Stoicism teaches us about resilience and the power of controlled response. By building walls, setting and maintaining your boundaries, you are not shutting out love and connection. You are ensuring that only those who respect your worth have the privilege to be close to you. This approach allows you to become the architect of your own emotional landscape. Design it thoughtfully. Lay each brick with intention. Your walls should say, "Here lies the boundary beyond which you must have respect, empathy, and kindness to enter." They are not signs of weakness, but symbols of strength and self-respect. Think about the kind of relationships that have made you feel whole, valued, and truly seen. These are the blossoms in your garden, nurtured by mutual respect and love. On the flip side, relationships that drain your spirit or belittle your worth are like weeds, and your emotional walls help prevent these weeds from taking root where they don't belong. As we ponder on these metaphors, it's vital to remember the essence of building these walls is not about exclusion, but about protection. You are protecting your core, your essence, your being, from those who do not understand the value of what lies within. It's about cultivating an environment where your spirit can thrive, unimpeded by the careless actions of others. So, I ask you now, as we reflect on the strength it takes to build and maintain these walls, affirm with me. Say this out loud. I build walls of protection, not barriers of isolation. Let this affirmation be your mantra. Say it again. Engrave it upon the walls of your mind and heart. Let it be a reminder that in your garden, only the deserving few who recognize and respect your true worth get to enjoy the beauty within. Stay with me, for we're not done yet. This journey of self-realization is ongoing, and every step forward is a step towards the life you deserve, one filled with respect, love, and genuine connections. Remember, you are more than they've told you. You are the power in this moment. This is your time. You're already on your way. Believe it. You're unstoppable. No more waiting. Act now. And finally, if this message resonates with you, if you feel empowered to fortify your emotional boundaries and reclaim your worth, hit that like button. Your support helps us continue creating life-changing content. Subscribe to the channel and be part of a community that values growth, respect, and resilience. Together,